Kicks it into the corner to Caleb Banks, whose three-point attempt is bottoms. Caleb Banks gives the Panthers an 8-6 lead.
Tell you what, get Banks and get McLeod hot from the three-point line, and Martin could be in for a long night.
Iltz gets inside the three-point line. His shot is up, no good. Rebound almost pulled in by Webb. Now Neal up with it, and we're going the other way. That's 3 early rebounds for Torrance Neal, one of the smaller players on the court.
That's just attacking that glass. If you attack the glass, they can't find you. You're loose to get a rebound.
Banks up top of the key, hands off to Young, right wing, almost fouled, gets it back over to Banks, up fake, drives the lane. His shot no good, rebound by Babb.
Little off balance on that. He's expected to get a foul call. He tries to put his body into the defender and just didn't get it.
Iltz in the corner, back out to Babb, who pulls it back to midcourt line. He's got Davis on him. Now to Hamler at the left corner. Back up to Babb at the right corner. Looks like Martin may be trying to hold for one, but now they penetrate. Babb gets it to Miles. He goes to the hole, misses the dunk, but he is fouled. He'll go to the line for 2. That call is going to go against Brandon Webb. That's his first personal foul, team first.
Kind of a double-edged sword. Martin does pull it out to spread the floor. North Crowley's not going to let him sit there and dribble the ball, run the clock down. So when we bring defenders out, it opens up lanes. He attacks that lane. That's what helps with that.
First free throw by Miles, no good. Nick Boone and Jalen McLeod checking in for the Panthers as Rod Young and Torrance Neal take a seat. 47 seconds to go here in the first quarter. It's North Crowley 8, Arlington Martin 6. Free throw no good. Boone with the board for the Panthers. Jalen McLeod brings it up. Half-court man defense by the Warriors. McLeod with Iltz on him. He kicks over to the left top corner to Banks. He's got Hamler on him. Brackle counting along with the refs to make sure the guards won't turn it over. McLeod works against Iltz. 21 seconds to go. McLeod back to Banks on the left side. Working down for the last shot. Banks operating against Hamler. Under 10 to go. Banks with a nifty spin move. Kicks corner. Nick Boone. Three-point attempt is good. And that's just how you want that to work at the end of the quarter for the Panthers.
Absolutely. Exactly what you're looking for. You run the clock down. You attack the basket. When the defender has to come off to help, that leaves somebody wide open in the corner, spot up 3.
Absolutely. So at the end of the first quarter, it's North Crowley 11, Arlington Martin 6. Just a reminder, fans, before the Panthers hit the road tonight, they hit Little Caesars Pizza for dinner. Little Caesars is a proud sponsor of North Crowley men's basketball. We're just across the street at 8615 South Hewlin Street, so come on by to see us after the game for a hot, fresh $5.50 pizza. Panthers really struggled a little bit from the floor in the early going.
That's playing, Brian, that's playing into the Panthers' hand, actually, the way it's going right now, because Martin, they're turning the ball over just like we knew they would. Right now they're a little less than 50% from the field, but right now Martin is playing North Crowley's game. That could spell trouble for them if they keep it up.
North Crowley just 4 of 15 in the first quarter. McLeod had 5, Boone had 3, and Banks had 3. Did do a good job of hitting the boards on both ends of the floor, however. Again, that's one of the keys.
Absolutely. Another big key for the Panthers is beat them on the glass, both offensively and defensive rebounding.
Warrior ball to start the second quarter play. The inbound goes to Hamler in the backcourt. He's got Banks on him. Banks, Davis, Webb, McLeod, and Boone for the Panthers. Babb, Dotson, Miles, Hamler, and Iltz for the Warriors. Iltz at the left wing. Kicks over right wing to Dotson. To Hamler. Hamler goes baseline. Shot up and good. Able to get past Banks. Davis came over to the help, but unable to get enough of it. Basket goes in. McLeod brings it up against Iltz. McLeod goes right by into the lane, but the ball came loose, knocked out of his hands by the Warriors. Out of bounds. It'll still belong to the Panthers.
One big key so far, the Panthers have taken 15 shots to Martin's 7 in that first period. Again, basketball, that game of possession we talk about, and we're getting more shots off. Make those shots count, and we'll be all right.
ODA's and Young into the game as Webb and Davis take a seat for North Crowley. Inbounds goes to ODA's, knocked away by Miles. Iltz comes up with it for Martin. But there's the steal. Banks comes away with the loose ball ahead to McLeod, who drives the hole looking to draw the foul, and he does. Shot no good, but he'll go to the line for 2. The call goes against Sean Hamler. That's his first personal foul.
Constantly, we're going to talk about it all night. Turnovers are going to be so key.
McLeod at the line for 2. 72% free throw shooter on the season. First one is good. Second free throw by McLeod is good. He's got 7 of the Panthers' 13. North Crowley 13, Martin 8. Here's that 1-2-2 press from North Crowley. They get the ball pass to Hamler. Dotson goes to the corner, drives baseline to the hole, and they're going to call the foul on Banks. He thought he got there, but they're going to call the block. Basket good. Dotson will go to the line for 1.
You mentioned that 1-2-2 full court. Now, what happens when you gamble, when you go to trap the ball, you're leaving somebody wide open. They beat the press, and they attack us now. It's 3 or 4 on 2. Can't stop them.
Dotson's free throw is good for the three-point play the old-fashioned way. It's North Crowley 13, Arlington Martin 11 with 7 to go in the second quarter of play. Banks in the center circle with Hamler on him. Left wing to McLeod, who pulls up. Shot no good. Rebound corralled by Babb. Young harassed him a little bit, but Babb able to control. Babb goes to the hole, and he is fouled. He's going to go to the line for 2. That call's going to go against ODA's. His first personal foul, team's 3rd. Looks like the Warriors are starting to get to the hole and draw the foul a little bit. What do you think's going on there, Billy Jack?
That's exactly what they have to do. They do like to get to the free throw line. The Panthers playing pressure like we are. They're going to spread the floor, and they're going to attack the basket and try to get to the free throw line. Exactly what they're doing now.
First free throw from Babb, good.
Jalen feeling that one a little bit. A little outside NBA range on the 3, but Jalen hits those. He was feeling it. He took the shot.
Babb gets them both, and we're tied up. It's 13-13, 6:44 to go in the second quarter. A little bit of full court pressure from Martin. Panthers unable to get the ball in bounds. Iltz gets a piece of it. It'll still belong to North Crowley, however. Now they're bringing Young back to assist McLeod. High pick, inbound goes to McLeod. Now they'll clear it out. Just a full court man from Martin. McLeod gets it over to Banks, who brings it up the right side against Hamler. Banks goes by to Boone on the wing. Boone operating against Dotson. There's a handoff on the wing to Banks. Created some space on the pick from Boone, but they're going to get him for the illegal screen. That's his first personal foul, team 4th. Kevin Simmons back onto the floor for North Crowley as Rod Young takes a seat.
Brackle's still trying to get an explanation from the official. Doesn't necessarily believe that was an illegal screen.
Babb will bring it up for Martin against Simmons. Simmons tried to reach, but Babb went by him. Gets it across half court. Simmons recovers to Hamler near midcourt against Banks. Hamler drives to the top of the key, kicks to Iltz on the right wing. He backs back up, trying to spread the Panthers out. Iltz over to Babb. Babb operating on Simmons for the Warriors. Kicks to the corner to Dotson. Dotson dribbles back towards the lane. Kicks it over to Hamler near half court. He brings it to the top of the key. Then back to Iltz. Left wing to Babb. Three-point attempt, no good. Rebound goes out of bounds. Last touch by Martin. It'll belong to the Panthers.
Babb forced that a little bit. And it's almost like you can see Martin. Martin doesn't have a lot of patience. Martin wants to shoot the ball.
Banks brings it up back to that half-court pressure from Martin. Banks operating against Hamler. Gets it to the high post to ODA's. Kicks back to Banks on the right wing. Banks drives to the free throw line. Gets the shot up. A double clutch. There's ODA's. Corrals the rebound. Tries to kick it out. Poked away by Iltz. It'll still belong to North Crowley.
Yeah, Caleb does the same thing I just spoke about Babb on the other end. Caleb gets a little rushed on that shot, moving left, kind of going sideways, not really spotted up to hit that from the free throw line.
Josh Swearingen onto the floor for Martin. Hamler takes a seat. Simmons inbounding for the Panthers. Kicks into Banks.
Swearingen's more of a defensive player for the Warriors. They bring him in on the floor to get some defensive energy. He's not necessarily a threat to score.
McLeod in the right corner against Swearingen. McLeod at the top of the key, kicks corner to Banks. Banks entry into the post. There's Odiers. Odiers kicks back out high right side to Boone. Boone into the corner to Simmons, who goes quickly baseline and floats the bucket into the hole. North Crowley 15, Arlington Martin 13. Nice little move there by Simmons. Foul in the back court is going to go against the Panthers, Kevin Simmons. His first personal foul, team's fifth. Torrance Neal back onto the floor for the Panthers as Caleb Banks takes a seat. Babb will inbound for Martin. Babb to Iltz, who works against Neal in the back court. He takes it across half court, dribbles down to the left wing to Dotson. Dotson to Babb, back to Dotson on the left wing. Banks in his face. Correction, that was McLeod in his face, and there's a rebound by Boone as the shot no good. McLeod brings it over to Neal. Neal on the left wing.
Yeah, Dotson lost his defender off the screen. He just couldn't knock it down.
High screen from Odiers. Neal dribbles in, but it goes off his foot and out of bounds. Panthers having a little trouble keeping possession themselves. 15-13 with 4:22 to go in the second quarter of play. Babb operates against Simmons. Boone lurking for the trap, and there he goes. Pass goes over to Swearingen in the front court. He gets it to Miles, back to Babb at the high right corner.
McLeod slow on the rotation when they go to trap. He's got to come cover up.
Back up high to Swearingen. Swearingen goes by McLeod, gets into the lane. His shot is no good, but they're going to get Odiers for the foul. That's his second personal foul, team sixth. Warriors really seem to be doing a good job of spreading the Panthers out. They keep backing it out to the half-court line and then trying to dribble past and penetrate against the defenders, doing a good job of drawing the fouls.
That's exactly right. That's part of their game plan, is to attack the Panthers to the basket and get to the free throw line.
Swearingen knocks down the first. Brandon Webb checking into the game for the Panthers as Odiers takes a seat with two fouls. 15-14 North Crowley, just under 4 minutes to go in the second quarter of play. Swearingen gets the second. We're all tied up. Neal brings it up against Iltz. Brings across half court. Over to the left side. Handoff to Boone on the wing. High screen from Webb. Boone to the top of the key. Down the lane. Boone to the hole, and there's going to be a block. Boone with a little fancy acrobatics in the air. Thought they might have gotten him for the charge, but they get Dotson for the block. Boone will go to the line for two. What'd you think of that one, Billy Jack?
That's a good drive on Boone's part. You worry about that when you attack the lane like that. You worry that you are going to get the charging call. But Boone did a great job getting to the hole. Defender just moving just a little bit. Like we said before, it's hard enough to get these young men to even stand flat-footed and take that charge.
You know, we talked a little bit about the Panthers' struggle from the field. One person who has not missed a shot, though, is Nick Boone. He's 1 for 1 from the three-point arc, and he makes his first free throw. Panthers up 16-15. And, of course, just as I say that, Boone misses, but there's the rebound. Boone entry into Webb. His turnaround in the low post, no good, but there's Babb with the board for the Warriors.
A little hurried on that shot. I'd like to see Brandon take a little more time on that shot.
Swearingen dribbled into the lane, went to kick it out to Iltz, but Iltz wasn't there. Goes out of bounds. It'll belong to the Panthers. North Crowley with a 16-15 lead, 3:25 to go in the second quarter of play. Banks works against Swearingen. Swearingen harassing him a little bit. Banks gets it across into the front court, though. Into the corner to Simmons. Simmons drives to the elbow. His shot no good. Rebound by Webb. Nice look inside. He finds Simmons all alone for the basket. Good work by Brandon Webb.
That's just good hustle on both parts. Getting that rebound, looking back inside to Webb.
Babb to Swearingen on the left sideline. Swearingen works against Boone. Swearingen goes